Now, learners in Limpopo are expected to go back to school today. Learning and teaching was delayed in flood-stricken areas of the province. Teachers have been assessing schools to determine if pupils would be safe to resume their studies. For more on this, let's speak to Katlego Nyoni, who's working on this story and has been for the duration of these really devastating floods and weather conditions. So I suppose, Katlego, the question is, what is it looking like today? I can already see you're at the schools, kids are coming in, but in terms of the weather, finally we see you without an umbrella.
Well, in terms of the weather valley, and it's still overcast in the area where we are reporting from. This is, of course, Giyani, and we know that the Department of Education in the province is currently conducting assessments at schools whose areas were battered by those floods. Currently, there are some areas where roads still remain inaccessible. For example, in the Mopani East Education Circuit, with a total of 305 schools, we had 91 schools that were inaccessible. This is, of course, yesterday when educators were instructed to report back to schools. Today, learners across some of the schools that have reopened, including Giyani, have indeed started arriving at their schools. We have got circuits like the Vembe East Education Circuit with a total of 550 schools. Only 378 were accessible and 172 were inaccessible. This is because the road conditions in those areas have not yet improved, and learners and teachers are still unable to reach those areas. I'm going to speak to one of the learners at Giyani High School, Tanisile. Tanisile, tell me, now that you're back at school, how do you feel this morning?
I feel good, and I'm very happy that I'm back at school. I'm glad the flood stopped because I was so excited to come back at school.
All right, we see there are learners that are being dropped here, and we see there's a bus also. So it means the roads are accessible. Were you worried during the flood? Were you worried during the flood?
What?
Worried? Were you worried when you were not going to?
I was very worried because I was so excited. I wanted to see my friends, and we need to get here.
Thank you very much, Tanisile. All the best to you this year at your school in Giyani. Leanne, so currently that assessment is still ongoing, but in other flood-related news there, Leanne, there is still a search and rescue mission that has started at Mashishimale. Two learners aged 15 and 17, Mahlati Shai as well as Tepo Shai, drowned and were swept away at the Selati River. This is in Palabora, of course. So that search and rescue is currently ongoing. The provincial Commissioner Tembi Hadebe will today be monitoring that flood, that search and rescue mission of those two teenage boys who were swept away by the currents at the Selati River. Leanne?
Right, Katlego, thanks so much keeping us updated on that story as well.